Hello, you're welcome to this YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe to this channel. You need to like and share this video. The topic is development of enamel organ and the differentiation into tooth structures. The development of enamel organ and differentiation into tooth structure. So how is the tooth formed from the enamel organ? You need to remember that the enamel is the hardest calcified matrix tissue of the body. You need to remember the physiochemical characteristics of the enamel. The enamel is translucent. The enamel varies in color from light yellow to gray white. The enamel also varies in thickness, ranging from a maximum of approximately 2.5 mm over the surface to the further edge at the cervical line. Don't forget that this variation in thickness influences the color of enamel because in thinner regions, the underlying yellow dentin is seen, while in the regions that are thicker, you cannot appreciate the color of the dentin, so the enamel appears whiter. The matured enamel consists of approximately 96% mineral, that's the constituents now, and 4% organic material and water. You will note that the mineral content is quite high. This makes the enamel extremely hard. So the enamel is a very hard tissue. You need to remember the properties of the enamel. Now, what are the structures derived from the enamel organ and how do their development go? The enamel organ gives rise to several critical structures, important structures, and these structures form the tooth. These structures and their developmental processes are important. Let me name the structures. One, you have the enamel. The enamel is derived from the enamel organ. The ameloblast is also derived from the enamel organ. You also have the cervical loop, and then the Hertwig's epithelial root sheet, and then the reduced enamel epithelium is also derived from the enamel. Now let's see highlights of how the enamel is formed, the formation process of the enamel. Just a few highlights. The process involves initiation, amelogenesis, mineralization. Initiation, what is initiation? In the formation of the enamel, the formation process involves initiation. This begins in the Bell stage, what we call the Bell stage. At the Bell stage, you find that the inner enamel epithelium has cells, and these cells differentiate into ameloblasts. Then at the stage of amelogenesis, what happens? You have the ameloblast secreting enamel matrix, and they actually secrete enamel matrix proteins. These proteins include amelogenin, aminoblastin, and enamelin. So these are the enamel matrix proteins secreted by ameloblasts, and the process is amelogenesis. These enamel matrix proteins form the initial enamel matrix. Then we're still talking about the formation of the enamel. I've mentioned the initiation process, the amelogenesis stage of amelogenesis. Then the third stage here is mineralization. Mineralization, what happens in mineralization? The enamel matrix mineralizes through the deposition of hydroxyapatite crystals, and the result is the formation of matured enamel. And of course, the enamel is the hardest tissue in the body because of the high mineral content. What are the key steps that you have in the formation of the enamel? Very important, you have the pre-secretory phase. Here, what happens in the pre-secretory phase? pre-secretory phase. There you have the inner enamel epithelium containing cells, and these cells elongate and become pre-ameloblasts. That's the pre-secretory phase. Then next you have the secretory phase. There you have the pre-ameloblast becoming ameloblast and begin to secrete enamel matrix. Then next you have the maturation phase, where the ameloblasts transport ions to the enamel, and this increases the mineral content of the enamel and makes the enamel quite hard. It increases the hardness. Then the fourth stage here, the protective phase. After enamel formation, ameloblasts form the reduced enamel epithelium, which protects the enamel until the tooth erupts. Yes, so I have talked about the enamel, the formation process of the enamel. Don't forget the other structures derived from the enamel organ and their development. All the structures I mentioned include the enamel, ameloblast, cervical loop, Etrix epithelial root sheet, and the reduced enamel epithelium. For this moment, I talked about the enamel, the formation process of the enamel that I said involves initiation, amelogenesis, and mineralization. Then the key steps you must not forget: the pre-secretory phase, secretory phase, maturation phase, and the protective phase. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you've not done so. It would be nice if you like and share this video. You need to watch other videos on the ameloblast, the cervical loop, Etrix epithelial root sheet, as well as the reduced enamel epithelium. These are the other structures derived from the enamel organ. Goodbye for now.